Hi there, Phil Simborg with the word for the day, Zugzwang, Z-U-G-Z-W-A-N-G. It is a situation where all options are bad. No matter what you do, you're in trouble. And no game, except maybe chess, was better designed for the use of that word. And it often happens in backgammon where it appears you have very few good options. Well, here's a situation where red is losing 7-1 and a match to 9, which is 8 away, 2 away. He's given the cube to blue for some reason earlier in the game, and now red must play a 2-5. Well, obviously you come in with the 2, and obviously you have only one of two plays to make with the 5. After you've come in with the 2, I'll show you what that looks like, by the way. You must either bring the 5 down and hit, or cover with the 5. Neither one looks very delicious. Your odds of winning the match are very, very poor, and most people at this point pretty much give up. And they will either flip a coin or see if they can figure out which is the better play. So first of all, which play do you like better? Which 5 do you like better? What would you do in this situation? Well, I think the most interesting thing about this situation isn't what the right move is, as much as what happened when I saw this come up. I saw one of the top players in the world in this position at this score, and I saw him agonize over the right play for quite a long time. It must have been at least 5 minutes. I'm not going to tell you who it was because he made the wrong play and I don't want to embarrass him, but I do want to tell you that he cared deeply what play he made. And as you know, at this score, both plays are likely to be pretty bad, and both plays are likely to end in him losing, and his odds of winning the match, even if he wins this game, aren't that high. And you got to wonder, why is somebody using all that mental energy and working so hard to make the right play? And the answer is because really, really top players are playing this game for two reasons. Yes, of course, they'd like to win, but they're also playing it for the intellectual challenge. They're playing to see how well they can play. Every single play is a contest to see if they can make the right decision or the best decision and to understand the position. And by the way, if you approach every single play and every single game with that concept in mind and not focus on whether or not you win or lose, of course you're going to win more. Because winning is nothing more than making the best plays you can as much as possible. That's the best way to increase your winning odds. That's the best way to overcome bad dice. That's the best way to overcome strong opponents, is by playing better. In the long run, we all know that works. The right play here is to hit. It's considerably better. It gives you a chance. I'm sorry, I got to put the checker back on the bar and start with the original position. But if you hit, yes, you have this terrible position here, but what if he doesn't hit you back? First of all, there are 9 rolls where he doesn't come in at all. Combinations of 3s, 4s, and 6s. By the way, there's an easy way to tell that there's 3 points covered. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 numbers won't come in. There's many rolls that come in with a 5 and don't hit at all. And even if you get hit, there's a chance to hit back, there's a chance to come in and hit this checker, there's a chance to get into a back game. You've got some game going. Now notice the right play only gives you about 6% more wins. You win 22% of the time this game instead of 16%. Well, you know, people seem to put a lot of energy into winning 6% more if you can go from 80% to 86%. Or 70% to 76%, or 92% to 98%. But they seem to throw in the towel when it's a matter of going from 8% to 14%, or 16% to 22%. Well, at the end of the day, and at the end of the year, if you increase your odds of winning the game by 6%, it's going to come out the same, whether you went from 16 to 22, or from 90 to 96. Your overall odds of winning and your overall odds of losing are affected exactly the same at the end of the day. So it's just as important to make the right play in these positions. When you have a Zugzwang, when you have a position where everything really looks bad and the time looks hopeless, that's one of the things that separates the great players from the rest of us, by really concentrating on all plays every time, and by attacking the game as an intellectual exercise where you're always competing against yourself, or you're competing against extreme gammon to see if you can be as good or maybe even better. Sometimes it is possible to be better than extreme gammon. It's pretty hard to prove, but it is possible. I hope this was enlightening for you. I hope this will, again, I'm not focusing on this position and all the logic and reasons behind this position. I'm focusing on the philosophy of when you play. By the way, when I stopped worrying so much about winning and started caring more about how I played, my play got better and winning got better, but something more important happened. The game is much more fun. Every single move is intellectually challenging and interesting, regardless of the score, regardless of the play. And that's what really keeps me coming back to play more backgammon. If you approach the game that way, I think you'll enjoy it more too. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.